Hello, and welcome back to Hunter Tuned. Today we're goofing around and we're gonna cut a hole in the damn floor. So we got a drag strip plowed out here. This is actually the width of the dyno. So this is 3 feet wide, and we marked the center line of the dyno brake. So where the yellow is on the dyno here is, or where the lift is on the dyno is 18 inches, in the middle of 3 feet here. So we kind of marked the center of. What the fuck you doing? This ain't hopscotch, you motherfucker. So we're pretty much just measuring out where we want to cut the concrete for the dyno. So we measured actually from the wall like 225 inches or 224, and that gave us the center line of the dyno. So I marked it that far away from the wall so we can still run rear wheel drive vehicles that are long. I used my truck as a reference because my truck is very long, and my truck fits at the 224 marking with the bench still there, and T-Bag's 4-door front wheel drive Civic fits in the shop, front wheels on the rollers with the door shut. So that is like the perfect little scenario. That's kind of how we marked our measurements, where we want to put it. And yeah, so we're gonna pick up, I made some footage yesterday that I'll probably throw in here. Today I'm working on the dyno, and I actually got it moved. So the dyno was sitting over here earlier, but I got it up on the wheel dollies again, and I kind of got everything torn apart on the dyno here because I wanted to rinse out the brake and run out all the junk water I had running through it. Because the barrel of water that I was running, I got it from the guy that actually sold me the dyno, and it was, a little bit rusty and just a little bit dirty on the inside, so I actually cleaned the shit out of this thing. And I got it nice and clean now. So this is the barrel we were using for water. I actually took a die grinder and I cut off the top of the barrel so I could get in here and clean it out with some brake cleaner and a couple rags, and rinsed it out a bunch. So I had a bunch of water kind of flowing out of the shop here. But we did get the barrel cleaned out, and this is the lid for it. So I like this barrel, and I want to continue using this barrel just because I like the look of it, and I like that it's got the temperature gauge built in, and it has the return line hose that can feed it all the way back down to the bottom to kind of help recycle the water. So yeah. But anyways, when I do get the dyno installed into the floor, if I do decide to install the dyno into the floor, I want to actually run antifreeze through the dyno and some sort of like rust inhibitor for the water, so we don't have any corrosion or rust happening in the dyno. So I actually flushed out. I ran a bunch of clean water through the dyno today, and actually, just kind of cycled some water through it, did like a flush on it. So I cleaned out the inner workings of everything and ran water through it till it was clean coming out of the other end. And that actually worked out really good. So, and I was working on pulling the flywheel out of this thing because the way I want to set up the dyno in the shop is to have the flywheel side on the left. So the loaded roller is going to be in the front of the dyno, so the idler roller is in the back, and then the loaded roller is in the front. So the car is going to have to be driving towards the wall or towards the workbench over there. So that is actually why I wanted to remove the flywheel, because if the flywheel was still in the dyno, it would stick up out of the ground quite a ways, and we still wouldn't be able to pull a car in and out. But I'm pulling the flywheel out of this thing just because the belts are all worn out, and I don't really trust this big hunk of metal. I wasn't even using it anyways. We just, tested it for the hell of it a time or two. But it's not rated for anything above like 75 miles an hour anyways. And, I'm not going to trust this thing using it, doing 150 miles an hour on the dyno. So this is going to have to go. I just pulled out a bunch of bracketry, and it just has like these little plates that sit into the frame of the dyno and lock it into place. It's actually a super simple design. All these bearings on the rollers and everything, I'm looking at all of it now that all this stuff is out, and this thing looks brand new. We don't have any bearings that are going out on the dyno, so that's a really good thing. But anyways, I'm pulling this damn thing out of here with the cherry picker because it's so damn heavy. But I did pull a bunch of bracketry and stuff off already. I gotta find out where I put it all. This is just like a shroud. This is another belt shroud that was on there, another belt shroud over there. And then this is the little drum, or whatever you want to call it, for, this is the drive for the belts. So this rides on the belt, and this is your drive. And then this side on the flywheel is the, to spin the flywheel portion, it has another grooved area for the belts to ride on. And there's like frickin' 10 belts all sitting right next to each other, and they're all stretched out really bad. So if anything that we did want to use this, I would probably just have to get replacement belts for it. And it would probably work a little bit better. But like I said, I don't really trust running this thing with the flywheel engaged anything above 75 like it's recommended. I'm sure if this thing went faster than that, it would have I don't know if it's balance issues or what the heck the case may be, or the belts would shred off or what. But so this is just like a coupling on the end of the loaded roller, and this coupling actually just connects to this piece with some bolts here, and then it's all greased on the inside. And believe it or not, I actually went through all the grease zerks on the dyno because I was like, oh, maybe it hasn't been greased in a while or whatever. And every single grease zerk is full of good grease, clean grease. This thing was very well taken care of, so I'm very excited about that, to not have issues doing any of that stuff. And plus, if the flywheel is out of here, I'll be able to mount a speed sensor on the roller a little bit easier than trying to fit something on that side of the dyno. There's a lot more space over here to work with. So the only other thing I have to do is get the rest of the flywheel mass out of here, and then I have to take these little brackets off. This is just a lever to engage the belts. So I just got to take off some of these screws and bolts and then get this handle system out of here. Yeah, but anyways, with this off, it'll sink all the way down into the floor, and we can just put some diamond plate or something over this empty area. Same thing with over here. I have a cover for it as well. All this stuff's going to be covered. It'll look really nice when it's done, guys. I have this image in my head, and I'm thinking it's going to work out. We just got to figure out how to cut the damn concrete now and figure out how to do a lot of the concrete work. I've had a few people actually reach out to me that are willing to kind of help out, so I might take them up on their offers and see if we can get a hole cut and maybe do some freaking pouring of concrete. I don't know. Never done anything like this before, but we're rolling with it. Good news is racing actually starts next Friday, so we might go racing next week as long as I can maybe find a set of tires for cheap, because I have no drag slicks for the Mustang and I want to race the Mustang next week. Yeah, so the Mustang has all the tires I have are junk. Like they're just fried. So I have to get a set of slicks. I'm going to try to find a set of used ones that can get me by for a little while. I don't really want to buy new ones right now because money's a little tight. So I don't know. If anybody has a set of slicks, let me know. Looking for either a 26 by 10 by 15 or a 28. I might go to a 28 inch tire on the Mustang. I think that actually might help out, but we'll see. So yeah, but anyways, get the flywheel out of here, and then I don't know, I'll probably wrap it up for tonight and pick up tomorrow. And a quick shout out to Megaspool Mike. He actually sent in his banner here. This is Megaspool, his channel, Shitbox Race Designs, Fabrication, and General Fuckery. It lines up perfectly with Hunter Tuned as well, so figure I'll throw that thing up and move the Hunter Tuned banner, because the way that his banner is set up, it actually looks better right there than the Hunter Tune one did. So I actually set his up right there, and I have the Hunter Tune banner outside the shop. It's a little dark out right now, you might not be able to see it, but so you might be able to see it. I got the outside lights on right now, but yeah, I just got a little we got the banner hung up on the building here now, so that's kind of cool. Now when people pull into the parking lot here, there's like 1, 2, 3 other shops in this little parking lot area. One guy does like a bunch of diesel mechanic stuff. One guy does hot rodding and paint jobs and stuff like that. And I actually talked to both of them the other day, and they seem like really cool guys. And maybe we can do some work with them in the future. One of the guys has a couple hoists in his shop because his ceilings are a little bit higher and stuff. So I'm sure, later down the road, he asked me if he can throw his Trans Am on the dyno, and maybe we can use his lift once in a while. That'd be cool. Because like I said, he does a bunch of like heavy equipment, or like just big diesel trucks and transmission work and engine work. That's what that guy does. And then the guy next to him does paint jobs and has a paint booth and stuff like that. So I'm sure we're all going to get along just fine out here. And we actually picked up some antifreeze from the junkyard. So we got that big black rain barrel right there. I got that filled up with antifreeze. I think I got like 30 gallons of antifreeze from the junkyard. They run it through like a strainer, and it's still pretty decent stuff. So I got a bunch of antifreeze to actually run through the dyno. Alrighty guys, so we got everything measured out. kind of drawn out on the floor here, and Dave actually came up here about an hour away. You live?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and he's actually coming up here and helping us with this job here. So he's got a big concrete saw, and I actually had to go pick up a garden hose from Menards, and we're running the water from the spigot out here, and we're running the hose into the saw, and that will kind of keep the dust down and make sure everything doesn't get completely covered in dust, because this is a very dusty job. But hopefully that this doesn't get too dusty, and we're gonna have the big ass fan over there operating as well. So we're just gonna turn this guy on, probably get the little one going too, have a couple fans, and we're just gonna give her. We got everything drawn out. We got 6 inches on each side of the dyno, so we have a foot wider than the dyno and a foot longer than the dyno. So this is 11 feet by 4 feet, and that should allow enough room around the dyno to work on it, and enough room to run the electronics and the plumbing along the right side here. We actually might make a little gully, or like a little pocket for some of this stuff to run down. The little pocket, yeah. So we're gonna get to cutting, and we'll pick up in a little bit. Fucker smells like race gas.
You know what breaks my rocks? What? A jackhammer. Bash! Root!
Oh, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Another 2 feet. Break it all up. And then dig. Dig. Yep. Good old Menards. Got the good old tool rental. Well, Hunter's gonna go get some pizza. Pizza. Mega spool. Christian's a bitch. We out.
Well, guys, we got the hole cut, and we are slowly just digging and digging and digging away at the concrete and the rock and the dirt to get this all the old concrete out of here. We have my freaking truck completely loaded up. I don't really want to put any more in here because it's already squatting pretty good. So yeah, too windy out here. So now we're just hauling wheelbarrow loads of dirt and rock, and there's actually a pile over there that we're just kind of dumping at. And yeah, we're just picking away. These guys are busting their ass, and we got some pizzas and Little Caesars. Yeah, it took a while. The guy that went to go get it must have went to where, T-Bag?
What?
You said I went to where?
Canada? Madison Square Garden.
Random as fuck. But yeah, so we're gonna continue shoveling. We'll pick up when we're done shoveling, I suppose. Might be a minute. Probably only be a second for you guys. Thanks for the help, dicks. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. So we've been working on getting the dyno pit leveled out, and we got a crew out here, guys. I can't thank these guys enough. They are just busting ass, and we are getting everything. What are we doing right now? Leveling out the dirt? Yeah. All right, and we built a frame. So we went to the store and bought a bunch of 1x4s by 12. So 12 feet long 1x4s. We got 3 of them, and we're kind of building a perimeter to pour the concrete into. So this is all new stuff to me, guys. So like I've never done this. That's why Dave is here helping, and he's kind of the brains of the operation a little bit. So like I said, I've never done this kind of work, but we are getting her pounded out, and thank God that all the digging is done. I wish we had a little backhoe or something to scoop some of that stuff out, but hey, we got our exercise in today, and
I have seen Hunter do more manual labor today than I ever have, ever. And it's so funny.
right.
But
Usually
yeah,
I'm just sitting behind the laptop.
yeah, no, so we got the jig, is what it's called. Hunter, it's
jig?
called a jig.
Okay.
Okay, so we got the jig.
So we shoveled out all the dirt, and we're trying to level it all out right now, right?
Yeah,
To build a area to pour the concrete.
the bottom doesn't matter if it's level.
Right. The boards do.
The boards matter.
Yes.
So
So we're measuring from the top of the board to the top of the floor, and we're giving ourselves a 1/4 inch to adjust the dyno. So the dyno is 9 inches from the bottom to the top. So we're measuring like 8 3/4 or 9 1/4.
9 1/4.
9 1/4 from the wood to the flat to the floor, so we can have a little bit of adjustability to get the dyno completely flush with the floor. So that's the goal.
Yeah, and the floor is level. So I know there's.
Oh,
gonna
you
be,
checked?
I know there's going to be people.
You checked?
Yeah.
Okay.
All sides. So
Yeah, this is awesome. We've been out here. We actually kept the dust to a minimum today. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Like if you look at the hood of the Mustang, that's
Yeah, like we had a little bit of dust that came flying out, but not too bad. The saw actually worked very well with the water running through it. It actually kept the dust down quite a bit to a minimum. So yeah,
Hunter broke my shovel.
I did break your shovel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was going to show him the cool end.
I broke Ron's sledgehammer.
Oh yeah, we broke a sledgehammer. We broke a shovel.
Wait.
Well, you got a mouse in your pocket or what? Michael is actually working.
No, that's good. We'll get it tugged down. Like
You what?
I worked all day.
What are you doing, Michael?
What?
Are you measuring?
Blowing up more trannies.
Oh, you blowing trannies?
Yeah.
Oh,
They were good as far as that. Let's take the corners where they should be, and then we'll
so yeah. This is like totally different style work than I'm used to, so it's kind of cool to do some of this kind of stuff.
A total of 19 hours today.
19 hours?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was there for 9.
How far up down were you?
That was 10, and then with the rock on there.
All right, so we're gonna pick up here in a minute.
Hey, look what T-Bag and Christian and Dave. Dave's not here. Dave's not here. Biggie finally showed the fuck up.
Then there's that.
And then there's that guy. Hey, buddy.
Hey, you can take that backpack.
Yeah, we're done.
got it done?
We're done.
How the fuck you do it without
We had enough. I didn't think it was gonna be enough, but it was like the perfect fucking amount.
Yeah.
Compared to a calculator.
Well, we can use those bags for building up the sides or no?
We can, yeah. We were talking about it, like, if you're gonna do it, wait until this completely sets
Wait,
before
yeah.
you put those in, you know?
Okay. Well, fuck yeah, bud. That's legit, dude.
Yeah, looks fucking good too.
This is me and Gumball's mirror finish right here.
Yeah.
See that? That's beautiful. We did
Quality.
we were gonna start our own concrete
is it level?
company.
Yeah, he came
It's
across
true,
and
dog.
raked the whole thing with the long piece.
She's true.
I'm about fucking tipping over on the way here. I'm so tired. Well, fuck yeah, man. That's awesome.
It does look good. Looks good. Looks good. Feels good.
How long does it take to dry?
Hey, thank you for shutting off the gas, by the way.
Give it a couple of days at least.
Really? A couple days?
You want to make sure it's set, especially putting that much weight on top of it, you know? Make sure it's completely cured all the way.
Read the bag.
Well, it looks like Michael ain't gonna be able to drive his car for a couple days.
I mean, it's, I don't think you can anyways.
I'll put 2x4s and drive over the fucking pit.
I would pay to see that.
We have both film and
What does the bag say for dry?
I don't know. There's a bunch of them behind you.
Take your pick.
You think 5 bags will do the sides?
I think 5 bags will do one side.
buy a tarp.
The only other thing you could have, like we were talking about, you could have water sheet.
Fuck, man.
See him
What
telling
happened to
me.
that green one that was in here? Oh,
It's in the bed of the Yee Mobile.
But like you say, if you put a tarp over it, like moisture cure, if at 70 degrees, you should let it sit for 5 days. Or 7 days before, whether 50 to 70 degrees.
I caramba, I don't know what to tell him.
Ay caramba?
That's still a thing?
What's a caramba?
It sounds like a pretty good cocktail, though. We should make one.
Anyways, we got everything tarped up here, so we got the concrete covered up, and we put some ramps from the dyno actually over here, so we have the whole thing covered, so it cures faster and cures properly. You want to put the tarp and stuff over there so it keeps the moisture out, or keeps it in, so it does whatever. All the experts are telling me what to say here. So anyways, we got a mess in the fucking shop. We actually did a project here, so it's pretty cool. Michael's car doesn't count, but yeah, that little red hatch over there might have a project here coming soon too.
Do they know it blew up?
On that note, thanks for all the help, everybody, and we will see you in the next one, I guess. I don't know what fucking. Well, maybe we'll make a time-lapse video for tomorrow of the concrete curing.
Who is he talking to?
Hey, I bet you this month's rent to my car will be faster than your car in less than a week.
You're right. I'm not gonna make that bet.
It's so horrible.
What car? That one? Not chance.
Yeah. You never specified the car.
Hey, whoa. How long does concrete take to harden? About a week. When is the dyno software good? Wednesday. That's how you can get any of your cars out.
How you gonna get yours on?
There's a nice door right
I
there.
saw it.
Yeah, right.
I got the Subaru.
Slam and reverse and give her.
I got my truck. I've already beat you,
I'll
bitch.
beat you right now. I'll beat you right now.
Nah, he's got more traction, dude.
Yeah, right. He's gonna link
up hard
now. That thing will probably pull some fucking tires off the ground.
Shift all the way to the back.
I hate you guys for editing this.
Just don't edit it. It's not that hard.
Yeah, do what I told Jamie Mills. Just fucking throw it up there. Watching.
All right, guys, have a great night and a better tomorrow. We'll see you later.
Hunter's sleeping.
I'm fucking sleeping tired, and yeah, Dave came up here, helped out all fucking day today.
Who's Dave?
He eats ass. Daily. Dave's not here.
We've been saying the whole video, Dave's not here. That's why I said, who's Dave?
Dave's not here.
Dave guy.
Dave's not here.
Dave's not.
Okay, peace.
Peace.
Adios.
See ya.